Danielle, thanks for this. Appreciate it. Of course, as Texas grieves, the state is set to loosen gun laws.
Yeah, and four of the 10 deadliest shootings in United States modern history have taken place in Texas. And of course, after every shooting, there is debate on a revision of gun laws. It has caused divisive conversation across the nation. But before this gunman opened fire and killed at least 22 people in a Walmart in El Paso, new firearm laws were passed in Texas that will make it easier for people to hold guns in a place that has already one of the most lax weapons restrictions in the nation. An overview of these laws: basically they will be allowed in churches and schools. Of the 10 bills, it outlines that guns can be on school premises by school employees if it's out of plain view, and guns can be held in churches, places of worship like synagogues if it's held by a licensed gun owner. And this, of course, comes even 2 years after a gunman opened fire in a church, killing 26 people in Texas. That was 2 years ago. So unlike places like Australia and New Zealand, where sweeping gun reform has come in after one mass shooting, it seems like restrictions in Texas are a long way off.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to people from around the world, of course, and we're trying to understand the thinking behind this. They would argue that it's meant for people to protect themselves.
Yeah, this all comes down to the American Constitution that says the citizens have rights to bear arms, and they basically are going to defend that right. It all comes down to that. That is the bottom line. They want to restore the Second Amendment, and gun lobby groups and gun owners believe that this community is safer when people have a possession of guns. Basically, what this all comes down to, the ideology of this, is that a way to stop a bad person with a gun is to have a good person with a gun.
And of course, President Donald Trump is traveling to El Paso and Dayton today. What can we expect?
Yeah, President Trump is expected to arrive in El Paso and Dayton today, where collectively 31 lives were lost in gun violence in the span of 13 hours. Whether or not his arrival will hurt or heal, that is yet to be seen. President Trump did speak to the media today. He said that he is looking into background checks of gun reform, but said that there was no political appetite to ban assault rifles. He also made mention that he condemned white supremacists and the rise of hate groups, and also wanted to make sure, he said, that guns stay out of the hands of mentally unstable people. But Trump today is going to face skeptics. He's going to face protests in El Paso as well as Dayton. Many people still scarred by the events of the weekend there, and also some of the residents there holding him responsible for racial divisions across the nation. He, Mr. Trump, is expected to come with a uniting message. Whether or not this is going to make some real change, that is yet to be seen.
All right, thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. Danielle Robertson is in Washington, D.C.